The title comes about where, you know, Facture is how works are made, or how things are composed. And so in a sense, all of these works have a handmade composure to all of that. And so in Amy's work, it's more abstract. Like, even though her technique, her gestural technique, seem to be very loose, but at the same time, it's very particular. And so this work, you know, has a totemic quality, and as Ellen had mentioned, it's playful in a way. And so she deals with the idea of play, and then I think a formalistic approach as well.
I'm thinking of all these cues that go into sort of the history of art making, but at the same time, it becomes like this up-to-date practice.
Yeah, so a lot of Jeremy's works deals with like the intersection of art and technology and science. And so in this piece, he's created this, I guess, kind of a chaotic scene here with all these repeating patterns and colors. At the same time, they're kind of mimetic in a way, or they just kind of an obsessive way of repeating them throughout the painting itself. But it also deals with, I think, references the idea of cellular. So cellular in architectural terms, and cellular in biological terms.
This is like painting as light show. And I didn't realize before, you bring up an excellent observation regarding how these light sources are bouncing off the wall. In a sense, offering a critique of what painting is, how it actually is exhibited within, quote-unquote, the white cube. Modeling futuristic-looking cities. Are we talking painting here? Sculpture, modeling.
So these pieces are called Mi Paysage, Tu Paysage, and so my landscape, your landscape. And so these are actually, she calls them portable landscapes, in a way. And so all these little wood pieces she puts together, and she paints them, and she carves them. And I actually want to bring one down so you can.
Or there's a stick pin on top of this with a match. A little lowbrow humor going on here. Of all the works here, this seems to be a type of video display that I see in art shows that references video gaming. I don't know how specific the artist is thinking about those things, but it does seem to me that there's an element at play here with this video piece. It's entitled El Arm.
So he's interested in the Muslim culture, or the Islamic culture, and so in the title you can see Al and then Arm indicates that, but at the same time he's juxtaposing this mosaic tile imagery that you see in Islamic architecture with the flashing lights of New York. When I first was watching the piece, I didn't expect it to have that sound component, but it was really, I think it really adds a new dimension to it. He's taken this photograph, but he's incorporated this painting. This little, I don't know if you can see it here, is a little painting, and then he juxtaposed it with this background, and so this whole thing is an inkjet print on fabric, as you can see.
A little surprise there.
But it also brings up the idea of you know, what is paradise?
The title of this piece is called Network Amsterdam, 2011, Crowdsourced Weaving. So there's a group of people making this fabric essentially out of electrical wire.
Yes, there's actually a performative element to it. And so when it was created, this was part of all these wires were on a loom on the wall. And so the audience members would continue weaving, and then the wires are outsourced into a live video feed.
Like, I'm curious as to like the separation between the physicality of making the work and actually what ends up being the work.
A lot of the work deals with like the handmade aesthetic, but also what you can make, what a machine can make as well. So, you know, if the machines made these wires. And then, in a sense, they've developed their own language, or they've also revealed the codified language of technology in their work.
This is the work of Jessica Labat. It's called Linear Flexing. This idea or notion of sculpture, a drawing, a photograph, and elements of color, which would refer to me to a minimalist style painting.
So she's made these constructions. Some of her works are more vivid than others, but she's constructed with these everyday objects that you see, like plastics or styrofoam or like wooden chairs, tables, and she like juxtaposes them into this tableau in a way, and adds these vivid colors to it and these like geometric shapes, so that everything's sort of abstracted.
And it was photographed with these elements already in there, because I would have sworn that one or more of these elements were actually photoshopped into the piece.
There's no Photoshop involved.
There's that subversive activity coming through again. This is Lupiani at Airplane Gallery here in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Had the extreme pleasure of discussing the group show Facture here at the gallery with curator Eileen Jeng. Eileen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.